Good afternoon. I'm Ken Griffin, and I'm running for governor of the state of Texas in the year 2010. If you don't live in Texas, you're either switching this video right now or you're saying, what the hell do I care who the governor of Texas is going to be, especially in 2010. Let me tell you why. It has to do with your freedom. Doesn't matter what state you live in. It's about freedom, rights, and no, not democracy, a Republican form of government. As governor of Texas, there are many things that I intend to achieve, but there are three principal things that I will achieve. Those three things are, we are absolutely positively going to eliminate federal income tax in Texas. And we're also going to eliminate property taxes on single-family residences that are owner-occupied. Wouldn't that be nice to actually own your house and not have to worry about taxes? And the last thing that we're going to do is we're going to either get gas down to $1.50 a gallon or get an automobile that goes 100 miles a gallon, or maybe even both. Now, this is Texas. Why does that apply to you? Because the simple fact of the matter is that really we can't have those three things occur in one state and not occur in 49 states. What we need first is, in order to have them occur in all 50 states of our union, we need to have these things occur in one state. One state first. Okay? Take Texas first, and your state is coming right after that. So I need your support. I need your help. I want to achieve that. The purpose of this video today is to talk to you, to do a one-on-one session just with you right now. I want to look in your eyes. I want you to look in my eyes. I want you to see that I'm serious and judge the sincerity of my, what's the word, jib? I don't know. You know, I want to achieve these things, but of course I need your help. So we're going to talk about a few things in these videos, and if you like what you hear, I hope that you're going to pass these on to other people. Now, I want to tell you a very interesting story. Recently, and this was like over the last, 8 or 9 months ago, something like that, I discovered the cure for cancer. Yeah, the cure for cancer. You heard me correct. I said it right. So, of course, you can imagine. I got very excited. I told a lot of people. And as it so happens, my brother is somewhat of a high executive in a major pharmaceutical company. So I called him. And I said, hey, Gary, I discovered the cure for cancer. And my brother said this. And I told him, look at this video and do this and go here and look at this. And so he looked at it and then he called me back in about 10 minutes. He says, well, Kenneth, this probably isn't true. This is a bunch of hubbub. And, if this were true, the FDA would have to look at it and do this and do this and do this, So clearly you can see that my brother is a conventional thinker. So this was my response to my brother, and this is my response to you, because maybe you have similar thoughts as my brother. The cure for cancer? Come on. I'm a nutcase because I think we have the cure for cancer. Well, let's think about this for a minute, okay? So I said to my brother, I said, okay, Gary, well, let's pretend like you own that company. And let's pretend like your company does $10 billion a year in sales, and $8 billion of that has to do with cancer treatment. So here I am, I'm this little unknown guy, and I walk in your front door and say, hey, I've got a cure for cancer, and by the way, it's relatively free. I'm sorry you can't patent it. It has to do with a plant that you can grow out in your backyard and do this and this and this. And if you take this and do this, you can have cancer cured. So let's say that you believe me. Now what are you going to do? Again, here's your company. $8 billion has to do with cancer treatment. So if you believe me and you take this remedy that I have for cancer, it means that your company is going to lose $8 billion this year. All of your business is going to go down by 80%. You lose 80% of your staff, 80% of your income. What are you going to do? And that's the exact question I asked my brother. Okay, Gary, let's pose this hypothetical situation. What are you going to do? You know what his answer was to me? I have to get back to you on that. That's what he said. And that was, I don't know how many months ago. And he hasn't gotten back to me on that. Listen, here's a simple question that you have to ask. What do you think is more profitable? Treating cancer for the next 100 years or curing it in the next year? What's more profitable? Do you think that there is, take a number, millions, billions of dollars in cancer treatment? What happens to our society if that billions of dollars goes away tomorrow? So yes, the cure for cancer? Sure. You want to see what the cure for cancer is? No problem. Go on the internet and search www. Do a YouTube search search on YouTube and do www. I think it's Run From the Cure. Run From the Cure. Look that up and you judge for yourself. Okay? So this is the question, and just like we said in the speeding tickets, I have to wonder, how many years does it take to solve cancer? I mean, we're sending vehicles to Mars. I can't even imagine how I could chart a course to Mars. I guess that's not within my intellect at the moment. But we can land a space rover on Mars, but we can't cure cancer? I don't know. Maybe we could cure cancer a long time ago, but maybe it's just not profitable to say that. My candidacy is about honest government, about telling the truth. I'm not going to lie to you because I can make money or somebody else can make money. It's not about that. If we lose money by curing cancer, I'm sorry, we're going to have to lose money. Because I happen to think the life of your child or my child or that guy over there whose guts I hate and I can't stand, the life of his child is more valuable than any amount of money that you or I could make from any business proposition. If there's a cure for cancer, I want it out there. I want to solve it. I want to do it. You should look at that video and see it's very interesting. We need honest government. We need people that care about us. We need a government that's it, simply cares about you. Okay? The governor of any state is much more powerful than the president of the United States. Because if you remember, the only way the federal government has jurisdiction with any state is if the governor lets them in, or if the sheriff lets them in. We don't have to let the federal government in, and we don't have to do anything that they say. We have a constitution. I like that constitution. I like freedom of speech. I don't like free speech zones. I want free speech everywhere. There's a lot of things that we can do here. Again, I'm Kenneth Griffin, and I'm running for governor of the state of Texas, and I need your help. I'm not going to achieve anything without your help. What can you do? Send these videos around. Send an email. Let somebody else look at these videos. We're going to get over 100 of them on the internet. We're going to do about 10 videos every 2 weeks, I think. A video a day just to talk to you. If there's anything you can do, if you can make a donation, if you can open some doors, if I can come to your city and talk to your group of 100, 1,000, 10,000, I don't care. Maybe you're a webmaster. Maybe there's something you can do to help us. I'm here to help. I'm not here to make money because, quite frankly, the governorship doesn't pay that much. Go to my website, www.texasgovernor2010.com. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks very much.